Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today what I have for you guys is another GTA 5 Online video, and today we have some new player rewards and gifts that are available as part of the latest GTA Online update, like we get every month now. But this time around, Rockstar, I think, has really dropped the ball, and many players will agree with me here. Sadly, it's shaping up to be another disappointing month, and if you're expecting some substantial bonuses or big discounts, you're probably going to be let down. That being said, there is just one catch, and it's a small detail you may miss, so we're going to talk about it a little bit later on after reviewing everything that's on offer, and so let's just get started. First, this month's highlight, of course, for the free vehicle or the included vehicle is the Nagasaki Shinobi motorcycle, and this is a very solid bike. It's worth almost $2.5 million, pretty sure, and it blends lightweight design, but you get a lot of raw speed as well. It's a fantastic bike for time trials. I like it more than the Bati 801, same with the Hakuchou Drag. Overall, it's a fantastic sport bike that you want to get, or a super bike, but it's hardly the kind of standout reward I think that players are hoping for when it comes to the highlight vehicle for the month. At the Vinewood Car Club showroom, of course, members can claim this bike for free, but let's be honest, if you've been around the game for a while, you probably own other motorcycles, and you probably own this one as well, so it's not exactly like a fresh addition, or honestly what I would expect for a fan favorite vehicle either. Just feels like a little bit of a rehash, but at least it's a bike this time around and not necessarily, you know, a sports car or a supercar, but maybe that's just what players want every single month. Now next up, we do have some biker-themed clothing items. The Ride or Die Gator, as well as the San Andreas Denim Biker Jacket here. These are going to be designed, of course, to add a little bit of a rebellious edge to your outfit and your clothing style, but of course, they're just cosmetic items. The apparel isn't really bad if you're into the biker aesthetic, but again, just for that alone, it's not a reason to subscribe to GTA Plus just for these. It's just more fluff than substance here. If you're into customizing your vehicles, though, which I think many players are, we do have the new selection of chameleon paints for this month. We've got the green and brown flip for the vehicle body, as well as the orange and blue flip chameleon paints for the wheels. And honestly, these look pretty cool. They might catch the eye, but again, it's a cosmetic heavy reward here, and so if this just isn't something that you're super into and you just want the money bonuses and discounts, it's probably hard to get excited over this, but it is what it is. They do look pretty cool. Now let's get into a bonus here. For players who enjoy tagging up the city, we have double money and RP on the LS Tags collectible this month. Decent bonus if you're already participating in this activity, but it's not a compelling incentive to actually pay for the service and pay for the premium subscription. Obviously, a daily collectible being double money is quite pathetic. We should be having, you know, every month should be something in regards to a money bonus on a business or like a series of missions, right, that actually pay out pretty well, or a heist or something like that. The LS tags have been around for basically, I think, since this summer. Doubling the rewards is decent for, like I said, if you're already doing the activity, but for something like to actually get you to pay for something in GTA Online, it's not new. It's not really exciting. I don't know why they did this. And then this kind of transfers over to the discounts as well. Rockstar is actually going to be offering a 50% discount on MC Clubhouses, which is going to sound good on paper right there. And, you know, if you already don't own one, or if you already own one, of course, it doesn't really apply to you. But for the players who don't own one and they are an existing member, this is actually a pretty solid discount here. It can get you into the MC Clubhouse and, you know, all the MC businesses and get you started with the motorcycle club sort of role that we have here in this game. We also have all the upgrades and modifications for facilities. Those are going to be 50% off as well, so that's pretty good. That could be useful for newer players, longtime fans, etc. But, you know, neither of these are necessarily like new businesses, new properties, things like that, but it is what it is. And then we also have a 50% discount on weapons and throwables at the gun van. I would honestly argue that this is a nice perk if you're looking to stock up on all of your supplies for this month's heist challenge, for example, but, you know, just for that being like a staple and highlight discount for the month, this is something you'd expect to see in like a weekly update, not like a premium subscription service. So overall, in summary, I think all the rewards here are really underwhelming. The free Nagasaki Shinobi is, I would say, the nicest thing, because it is an expensive bike and it's a really good bike. I'm not knocking the vehicle at all, but that's like the only thing you can really get excited for. That being said, I told you there was a catch, right? And that is that these rewards are available through December the 9th, which is of course a Monday. As you know, on Tuesday, December the 10th, that means we're going to be getting new GTA Plus bonuses, but that is most likely when we're going to be getting the winter DLC, because Rockstar said we're going to be getting a new DLC in December. And of course, while the actual official release date hasn't been announced yet, we can expect that pretty soon over the next couple weeks. They'll probably announce it after Thanksgiving with a trailer and a Newswire and things like that. But as it stands right now, that is the most likely date for the winter DLC update coming to GTA Online with the Darnell Bros factory and the warehouse, things like that we're going to get access to either as a purchasable business, or it'll function as like a central hub for operations like the Freak Shop that we had with the LS Drug Wars update in December 2022, things like that. It's looking pretty promising, and so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more with a live gameplay, and we'll do a most wanted target to just discuss the rewards, you know, in sort of like a live gameplay format. I can opine about it a little more besides just giving you the straight news, and of course we'll discuss the future new update because I think there's some really cool stuff that I'm excited to see, and I think you guys will be excited to see as well. All right, so I figured we'd do the Leroy O'Neal most wanted target for 124 grand while we just talk about the GTA Plus rewards a little bit more. I mean, I don't need to opine about much more just because of the fact that obviously the rewards are so bad, and we all know that. We've just talked about it in this video. But really what I wanted to discuss, I guess, is to focus in on the release date for the update. Let's talk about some cars and things like that, because as you guys know, we had that new Dodge Viper GTS that we're going to be getting. It'll be the, you know, the Banshee GTS or whatever else they decide to call it in this game. I am really excited for that new DLC vehicle to come into the game, and that gives me hope that we could see other Dodge vehicles, or I guess we'll see other Bravado vehicles here in GTA, you know, maybe like a new Ram TRX. That would be really cool, just something like that. Obviously players want to see like a Ford Raptor as well, but players have been wanting a Dodge Ram for a while as well, like a newer one, and so seeing one of those come into the game would be absolutely sweet. We have other newer Bravado vehicles, of course. Rockstar's kept up to date with the Challengers and the Chargers, but I feel like the Ram and the Viper just have not gotten some love here when they should. We still just have the very old versions here in this game, so we definitely need some updates to those cars. But I'm wondering in the comments what other vehicles you guys would like to see. I'm looking forward to those, but I'm also looking forward to seeing, like last DLC update, I really wanted to see the addition of a Land Rover Discovery 2. Like a Disco 2 in this game would be awesome. I don't think we're gonna get it, but man, that is just my dream because I have one IRL and I would love to see one here. It would just be such a fun vehicle to take off-road, right? I don't know if you guys have driven one or you know about them, but they are such treats to drive. Very nice. We shall break the fuse box. Bam! And let's get out of here. Let's open up the door. Now, last time I did this, it was really funny. There were enemies, and they basically soft-locked me from going through that door. I couldn't run over all the dead bodies because they just piled up in the way. So I really hope that doesn't happen this time, but we are about to see. So let's knock you out. That was the guy I had trouble with, actually, so I think we should be good now. Take you out. Bam! This guy's coming up on our flank. Man, getting absolutely destroyed here. Oh, he's got a knife. That's not good. All right, 4-0, baby. Get destroyed. Let's go upstairs. Let's get out of this window so we can start getting our items here. Grab the farmhouse keys. Good to go. We can just jump out the window anyway. And let's get our weapons. All right, there we go. I got my weapons. We're just going without clothes. And everyone's getting blasted. This guy should be back here somewhere, so I want to make sure I don't kill him by accident. But let's see what we got going on. You're dead, you're dead. Okay, he is taking cover behind there. We are getting flanked. Let's watch out here. One more guy alive. Boom. Take you out. Oh, one more guy behind the little buggy. Where is he? Probably, nope, I can't shoot his toes. Okay, that's good to know. There we go. Give me them toes, boy. I'm gonna flank around this way just so I don't accidentally shoot O'Neal. Let's get my stun gun equipped. Shoot this. Oh, no, I did not want to shoot the stun gun. Okay, there we go. Now I gotta wait for the stun gun to recharge here. All right. He's been taken down. Let's secure him. Throw him in the bounty van. You, sir, Mr. Leroy O'Neal, sir, are going to jail, my friend. And now, while we're on our way back, I'll talk about a few more things. So I'm definitely looking forward to the vehicles. But let's talk very briefly about the business and what we're gonna see, right? Because we're going on some cool robberies and contracts and like little mini heists and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't think we should expect something along the scale of Cayo Perico or the Diamond Casino heist. Rockstar's definitely done adding those types of big content updates to the game, but that doesn't mean this DLC is gonna be bad. I think as long as the payouts are good and we don't have cooldowns that ruin the replayability of the missions, if it's just something along the lines of, you know, the LS Tuners contracts, that would be sweet. I don't know if the DLC will be that size either. I could see Rockstar giving us 3-part missions like that. You know, sort of like we have with the bounties and everything too, and just little contracts and different types of missions in the game that function similar to the LS Tuners contracts, I think are a very good addition. The payouts are appropriate as well, and that's why players appreciate that content. I think the big problem with this most wanted targets, as well as just the bottom dollar bounties update in general, is just the payouts are not good. when you compare the fact that, you know, it's quicker content you can complete, you're going up to Paleto Bay a lot, and then you just have the cooldown. You can't farm these because you can only do 3 of these an hour. Wow, that was an awful crash. And it's not like you may want to do more than 3 an hour anyway, because you could go to Paleto Bay from the city 3 times in a row, and that'll really upset you, and then you'll just quit the content. But that being said, we should still have the ability to farm them over and over. And say if we could, you know, even if the most wanted target was on, say, a 4-hour cooldown or a daily cooldown, and it was still just once a day, but the blue bounties you could do over and over and over with no cooldown, you know, obviously there's no cooldown in between the missions, but once you do 3, you have to wait till the end of the next hour or the start of the next hour to begin them again. And so if you could just keep farming those back to back to back, and they were double the payout they are right now, I think players would have really enjoyed this update. You know, the content's repetitive, but it's still replayable. It's fun, but players just wanted to see more engagement from the content itself, and those were my 2 biggest quarrels with the update, was the cooldowns that were unnecessary, and the payouts were just lower. Obviously the payouts aren't end-all be-all with content, but for the type of stuff we're doing in this update, they just needed more money. You need to make more money from this content, I think, because players look at it and they don't even want to give it a shot. But that being said, still fun to do, so I'm looking forward to these new contracts and robberies and little mini heists and stuff like that, whether they're like the LS Tuners contracts, or, you know, if it's just more repeatable free roam content like we're doing with the bottom dollar bounties DLC. You know, maybe it'll lack on the story, just be more about the gameplay. We'll have to see. I could suspect that'll be a thing. I don't think it'll have like an absolutely huge narrative, but there will be one, maybe with like 1 string of missions. But I do think they'll be fun. But I'd love to know what you guys are looking forward to down in the comments as well. I think this will be a fun update. I think players will enjoy it. But the 2 biggest things I'm concerned about are the replayability factor and whether or not the cooldowns are going to block your ability to farm the content over and over, and of course the payouts. I think payouts are one of players' biggest concerns. I don't think everything has to pay out like Cayo Perico or the Dr. Dre contract. I'm not arguing for that at all. I think the security contract payouts are very appropriate for the content you're doing, things like that. But you can make more money per hour doing security contracts in GTA Online than you can doing bottom dollar bounties content. And if we just had payouts that reflected that, it would be so much better. And there we go, Mr. Leroy Jenkins, you're in jail now. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna stop things right here. Hopefully you guys can enjoy what you can from the GTA Plus rewards, but honestly, it's just not a good month, so I wouldn't really recommend you actually play it and buy it, things like that, subscribe to that service. But you do get access to Red Dead and the other Rockstar games, so if that's worth it to you, that could be something you want to check out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.